Of course. Hey, DOT community, this is Alan coming at you with a Slayer of Vanity. Tengu Conquest is here. Monday night, DOT is back. Bum, 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 bum. Yes, so I know I said that I was going to be streaming on a more regular basis. And I said that I wouldn't be like Soldier. Come back like 15 different times, and people are like, oh my god, he's back again. Oh god, I can't believe he's back. It's been so long. So, I don't want to do that, but sometimes things line up that way. And I am still working this week, which is unfortunate because this Conquest is right here on the bridge week between November and December. So I'm curious to see if there's going to be another Conquest this month before the end of the year, or if we will have to wait until 2022 for our next Conquest. So, if that's the case, I just want to state this in the very beginning. If that is the case in 2022 in January, if that's the next Conquest that will be after this one, I will be doing that one as my vintage 1000 battle challenge, because I unfortunately can't do it. I would have live streamed for at least a good 6 to 8 hours today if I was not working like I have. Was hoping I would happen after the Thanksgiving holiday here in the U.S., but I still have at least another week. So we still are going to do this Conquest. We still are doing everything we can to make the best out of great events, which Conquest is singularly the event that everyone looks forward to, just for the simple fact that you get way more for a bang for your time, effort, and gems spent if you are refreshing a lot, or if you're, even if you're free to play, this is the time to put your gems to work. Along, with any, if you do not do every conquest or use all your tokens every time. See, I had a lot of conquests where I was able to play a lot more and save up tokens. So, because of that, I made it so that I was able to benefit and have extra now. Also, too, during the beginning of Conquest, it was way, like when the event first came out, it was way easier to do the event, I believe, than now. So that's another reason why in the very first few Conquests that ever existed, I banked a whole bunch of tokens up because I just was like, oh, I'll save one or I'll save two. So I got 40 tokens now. One of the only events that I have a lot. Let me get into chat here in just a second. I know everybody's saying stuff, and I am not responding. I don't like to leave everybody hanging because, the majority of people don't stay the entire stream. They are popping in and popping out. So, let's at least address them while they are here, because when I'm watching live streams, I got that stupid, Omlet arcade thing up there around my stream again. Whatever. Makes me look all fancy, I guess. Takes away a little bit from the see in the top bar. Alright, anyways, Beholder Aggregate, thank you for joining and being first. Yellow Umbrella, Lex, Above Below, Shy, thank you for joining, Shy. Luis, Imperial Ramblings, which is Bo, thank you for joining, Bo. Think you're at 36 tokens, nice, Shy. Gonna start ripping them the last day until finish. Well, yeah, I used to just use them exclusively for, the very last few levels if I was doing the entire Conquest. And this is I'd say well over a year ago. And I would use them exclusively for 9 and 10. But now I use all relics in 6, 7, and 8. Because I try to get to 8 most Conquests. Most. A lot of times I get left on 7 and not finished with 8. So all right. Well, also too here in the beginning, I hope everyone in the DOT community had, if you were in the U.S., and celebrating Thanksgiving. Had a great holiday this last weekend. Also, to just everyone around the world, because, of course, I do appreciate all the viewership from everywhere, because I know many of you are tuning in after the fact as well, rewatching the stream, and I always appreciate your viewership and always appreciate your comments. You don't have to put, "I'm so sorry, Zalon, I didn't get to see your stream." I appreciate it when you just smash like you normally do, because there's I do the same thing for people that I watch on a regular basis. It's like one of the first things I do. Just do that. Do your normal thing. Watch. You don't have to apologize, though, for missing. But I do appreciate all of you out there, because, of course, I would not do this if it wasn't for you. So here we go with Tengu and all of his wonderful skills. When Tengu came out, he was pretty cool. But his reign lasted not too long. So, of course, as always, Echoes of War aren't worth it. Oh, during that 1,000 battle vintage challenge that I do plan on doing, when I do have the ability to do an entire conquest all the way straight through, I do plan on doing an echo or two, which would be the first time I've ever achieved that. So, trying to do that all at one time, bucket list style. We got BMT in here. There he is. What's up, BMT? Thank you for joining. Did you just pass me up or not say hi? I'm telling Princess Zia and I'm her favorite, I know you are, BMT. Yeah, I was with her all, from Wednesday on last week. So, of course, just getting back last night. I was waiting to see the Conquest stream. Hope everyone is doing great. Yeah, what's going on, Ricky Butler? Yeah, this is just a normal Conquest stream, because I'm probably just going to go to 8 like I normally do, because unfortunately I am just still working today, tomorrow, Wednesday. So, of course, I'm not going to be able to get the full on 333 and a third battle a day vintage workout. That's what I want. I want to do that. I want to do over 1,000 battles in a conquest. I know it'll be over, over 1,000. And I want to get to at least plinth 11. Just get an echo at the same time. I've never done that. I know they're, it's a random pull and it's not that great, but at least I've done it, because every time I see everybody else, they're like, oh, it's like going to Mount Everest and going like halfway up. It's still it's a great achievement, but it's not the whole way, And the people that get all the way up to the top, of course, have all the bragging rights. So I would at least like to go up there and grab at least one, maybe another. Because obviously, if the battles, make it possible, then that's great. So we'll see what happens. Good evening. Glad to see the entire circus hasn't left town. No, this entire circus hasn't left town. Nadim has recently left, or is leaving the DOT community. He did have, I don't know if he posted a video today or he has one coming up, but there is something coming up from him, I'm pretty certain. Probably explaining his reasons for not being able to do content anymore. So, hey, AE Serious, thank you very much for your very kind donation. I do appreciate that. Of course, this is how my channel continues to stay functional. At the same time, I also am able to participate in events. As you can see, my gem count is up there to 29,000. So, of course, I've been saving up from 20. It's still on that last, major gem $100 deal that I did like 2 months ago, I think, at this point. I'm trying to stretch it as long as I can. And I've done a few events with the amount of gems that I've had. So now, here in the future, I know we do have the calendar and we do have a few more events that at least we know about upcoming, that whatever this new Titan that's going to be coming up here, not this next weekend. I think it's the weekend after, but I'd have to check again. Actually, I have to check the schedule and see we'll get into a discussion like that probably here a little bit later in the stream too as well. But I am interested in seeing what's going to be coming up, if anything, whatever, if it's something new. That's not a reskilled Titan, it's something new. But again, in the beginning of the stream, I do want to make sure I mention this as well. Please, developers, give us something new to do in the game. If you don't give us something new to do in the game is going to get very boring after people have achieved the things they are looking to do in the game. So I am on that edge of accomplishing the goals that I have set for myself, so long ago when I started playing this game. So when I achieve all of those, if there is nothing else new and awesome and amazing and exciting in the game, I am going to be very relaxed on a lot of what's going to be in the future when it comes down to events, because it's just going to be top 100 for me most of the time. Just, all right, yeah, sure, I'll pick up that. And it's not going to be I'm going all the way situations anymore. And I have been on again, off again with that for a long time. But it'll be way less of me actually going all the way and more about making sure my team just achieves their goals. So, unfortunately, that would be the case. And I don't want it to be like that. I want to be excited about if there's a new Christmas Titan, even though all Christmas Titans in the past have pretty much sucked. It'd be nice to see them come through with something super awesome, because I think the Calvarex and Reaver event, just those two Titans, the builds for those two Titans, being the fact that they pretty much command most of the attack or defense that most players have now at this point, that hopefully something here in Christmas is actually going to be pivotal. All other Christmas Titans that we've gotten in the past, for the most part, have been not too pivotal. Haven't been must-haves. They've been, must-don't-haves. Had a quick question. Is Conquest doable without cat ping pong? Yes. Yes, of course it is. It is definitely doable when it comes down to how many portal stones they give you, as well as how many gems, and then how much you just reinvest back into the event using, gems, and it pretty much pays for itself if you do the full grind to 10, and you do it, you do have to invest some gems, but for the most part, you will get them all back as you go along. So obviously the biggest increments are in the higher levels, so yes, you do have to have some gems. You have to have gems to play, but you'll get them all back, if not maybe a little bit extra bonus, depending on the relic pulls, because if you pull some 3 and 4 star Conquest relics, you can get some serious boosts on how many, what's it called, not souls, obviously, but points, per battle. So if you're getting those 3 and 4 star relics, they make a huge difference on how much you actually have to put into the event. Okay, we could talk about the Halzir. Okay, there's a lot of players that I have, the long-time players, that have made a point of the fact that Halzir is in this event, which is groundbreaking, because many have been waiting for him. He's not in any of the regular pull altars. So, of course, the best stuff comes. You do get 3-star Fire Ruby. Good lord. That's 5 years old, DOT community. Wow. 4 years and 11 months old. The Fire Ruby. So yeah, after 7 gives you your first 4-star relic. 8, I will tell you right now, 8 does have the Horn of Infernus. Horn of Infernus, I have 4 Horn of Infernus. Why? It is a amazing relic. It is a troop damage relic. And it does have the, it's a great regular fire relic, because it's Titan and troop fire damage, all troop damage, and then the Grenadier's critical and armor piercing. It's just, if you're going to use a Tarhoons, heavily recommend this relic. If you're using any other fire Titans in the future, because I know players that watch this and they're like, there's other good fire Titans out there, Zalon, you didn't even list them. It's because they haven't come out yet. So, but Horn of Infernus, yes, definitely. I recommend grabbing that relic. It's definitely good. Have more than one of them, sure. It's really good relic. Halzir, yes, was not offered many times within the last maybe 12 to 18 months. So to get one, it's great to be able to snag one here in a Conquest event, because Conquest events, as long as you just participate over the 3-day time period, you can get up to level 8 fairly easily. I'm already going to be finishing off 4 here on the stream. 5, 6, and 7, or I should say 5 and 6 in some of 7 easily got obtained between the rest of today and tomorrow. And then, of course, finishing 7 and completing 8 would be on the 3rd and final day. So a lot of times, yes, a lot of players would say in the 10 plinth scheme of things, most players would say the final day is doing plinth the number 10. You've done probably up to 5 or 6 on your first day, 7, 8, and 9 on your second day, and level 10 on your third day. And that's on somebody that's just straight grinding and maybe using some relics, maybe not. But majority of times, like I said, the way the breakdown works is you have to use your third and final day to complete the entire last section of the event. So, but that's just typical. Obviously, some players, like I said, will pull 3 and 4 star relics, and that will make a huge difference in how many you actually have to do. I didn't even look at what was after that. You can get rank rewards. You can get another Halzier here. So even if you have players on your team that need a Halzier for the Pantheon to complete that collection, you can still get one on your team reward all the way up to... I'm sorry, not your team reward, your regular individual ranking. Sorry. So the top 10,000 players will pick one up. So yeah, you just have to be in top 10,000, and you'll get one. Otherwise, you get 1,000 gems. And a majority of the active players in the game are going to be getting 500 or 1,000 gems or Halzier. That's, the very few players, your top 500 are going to get Tengu. And that crazy person that spends a ridiculous amount of money to be numero uno will get themselves a level 60 Tengu. I guess rule of cool. Just fire them and hire peeps from the community. That'd be amazing above below. I'm riding this all the way to the deck. Are you shy? Krampus was king? I don't know about Krampus. Krampus is just cool. I just thought Krampus was cool. I put a picture of Princess Z being caught in her cage. Morgar? Yeah, Morgar. What? Are you missing Morgar, Shy? Is that something you're looking for? I think I could have sworn you had everything, Shy. You had everything well before I had everything. And I mean, if something new comes along, all you have to do, Shy, is just make sure you're on... Well, if it's not a top 40 event, or I mean a 40k event, as long as it's a, being top 100 and you can get the new Titan, that's all you gotta be. You don't have to complete the event, Shy. Just keep that collection fresh. But yeah, we're just raiding with Calvrex. That's how exciting this is. And yes, no, my Calvrex is not maxed out yet. So we are enjoying it thoroughly. We got Mr. Vintage here. How are we doing, Vintage? I don't know if you can hear me.
What's up, Z?
Thank you for joining.
Yeah, man. Salon, Conquest. I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, I know, right? I had to. Yeah, that's why I didn't even put Tengu in the title line. I'm like, who cares? So. But I heard, and myself, having only 7 slots in my Titan Hall that are not 4 stars. 7. 7 slots. So I can do a full 4, and then I have to do a 3. And I cannot collect my most recent Everdur. I can't do it, or else I'll be down to 6. So
yeah, it's the pains of the Prestige era.
So much. Although when I get my Calvarax maxed out here, which won't be long. When I do so, and Reaver too, Calvarax and Reaver, they're both they're getting the full treatment. Which I would like to know. Somebody asked this as well. When is the next fusion event? I would love to know when the next fusion event is. Being that we don't like to put Monday events on the calendar anymore, I would love to know when that's going to be. If it's after this next new Titan, not a reskill, but the next new Titan on that Monday, that it would be nice to know. Because I do have a few. I have Calvarax and Reavers. It's another reason why they're not maxed out yet. I have Calvarax and Reavers duplicate, like old versions that I want to put into both of them. So, and I'm not going to put in level 59 Calvarax into the other Calvarax, and not gonna. It gives me like level 58, and I'm like, no, you should be level 60 when I do this. So I'm waiting for a fusion event to get full credit, or at least fusion event credit, so that I'm able to, max out Calvarax and Reaver. Because I'm not going to do that crap. I'm not going to use a, Titan that's pretty much maxed out or higher level and get not full value. But yes, I have seen, I don't know, well, Vintage, I don't know how much you've seen this, but I've seen a lot of, inside of my Alliance chat, of people saying, oh, wow, Halzir. Ooh, look, Halzir. Halzir. It's a lot of people excited about Halzir in this event, just because of that Pantheon collection that people have been just like, I just can't complete this one, So.
The Halzir is a very odd long.
Yeah, I agree. It's one that I picked up a long time ago. They
had him out like bang, 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 and then he vanished.
Yeah.
It was like Halzir was in every single fire thing for like 3 months straight, and then he.
Yeah, he vanished. Some people claim they've been looking for him for 2 years. I'm like, 2 years of no Halzir? Really?
I believe it, actually.
So.
Because it was Halzir and Malkor were basically identical Titans with different skins.
Oh, yes.
And it was like, oh my gosh, those were there constantly. Every fire event, Conquest, I mean, everywhere. And then poof, gone.
There's a Warpstone. Now, after every Warpstone battle, whether you were thinking about not battling the next battle and doing something else, like quitting the game or, whatever else, always do another battle. As soon as you see you have a Warpstone, I don't care if you have to buy more Portal Stones or use that saved up Portal Stone of 75 or whatever. I don't care. Don't miss out on that next battle, because it always seems to come in pairs or triples. But you do get Warpstones one after another more often than not. I've just noticed that, at least in my case.
Yeah, they seem to come in bunches.
Mm-hmm. So as soon as I see, for instance, if you're watching, I haven't been getting any, and all of a sudden I got one. I could have just said, "Oh, let's go do a Conquest battle real quick." No. As soon as you get one, you have to do another battle. Or if your kids are nagging you, they have to wait another minute, okay? You just tell them. You have to wait another minute. And then do another quick battle, and then when you see, there's another one. See? I'm not lying. There it is. Like I said, and I got another one. So, obviously, even if I was thinking about doing something else, I am going to do another battle. It's just, got to keep it.
2-star Titan, 4-star Frost Shield, and a Warpstone. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah, right? And I've heard from a lot of people that they're getting a lot of Titans in this. Like, a lot of Titan drops. So if you're trying to level up anything, myself in particular, I'm trying to get that last one Ranger Titan leveled up. And I will in this event. most definitely. And that is to complete and get the 4 stars Alon's Roundtable. I think it's I have to take up Oni to 40, and then I'll be good. And,
Oh, yeah. Do that via Fusion. Don't do it via Battles. Leveling Oni is awful.
Well, see, that's the thing. And I still have, after that's done, I have 2 other Titans to do. And again, they're both not ones that I don't want to have to battle with them, because I'd rather battle with Reaver and Calvarex. And just give them the XP. But the Growthern and Nephilinus. I have to do both of those for the what is it? The Geode, I think. I forget which one.
Relic.
I forget which one I'm missing. I'm missing one more relic, and that's the one that has those 2. Other than that, I have everything else in the Pantheon complete. Because I leveled up my what was it, the for the Halloween the headless block. It was something block. That relic, I was able to obtain that quite quickly because since we got that prior notice, which we may get that again, because I believe we're going to see another Pantheon with Christmas Titans, with a Christmas Pantheon relic. So that is one thing that, pending on which Titans they decide to choose, I mean, obviously it will be all the Christmas ones. And how many people have level 40 Krampus? Raise your hand in chat. 27 people watching. How many people have level 40 Krampus? I don't. So, I mean, if the relic's good, which I think it will be, because they've only been putting out, again, Vintage, this is one of those things where the list is short, but we can probably put about 5 or 6 things on the developers have been doing this right. And that is the relics they've been coming out with in the for the Pantheon collections. They've been useful and good relics, which, of course, has made the Pantheon like one of the biggest things in the last year, at least the last year.
Oh yeah, the Pantheon stuff's really good.
Yeah, and which made it so that the whole being a collector pays off after 4 years, and you're enjoying your 4th into 5th year. You're like, oh, wow, it's paid off, But if you haven't and you've been fusing along the way, it hurts. So they have, of course, with this most recent collection, given notice, and I think they will continue to do so, because otherwise you're not going to be looking out for these Titans, because you may be missing a few other you might be missing a few other Titans in the collection, and they're going to offer them along the way in some of the other events, because we're going to see a bunch of Ice Titans in December. It's just, we are. And I saw Darshigon's breakdown, which, congratulations to Darshigon. Congratulations. If you haven't seen it yet, on my Discord, I publicly congratulated him, but if you didn't see that, or just hearing it now from me, Darshigon has obtained 1,000 subscribers most recently over this last weekend. I congratulate him, and it's a great achievement, because we've been really pushing for this over the past, I would say, 6 months at least. So it's awesome to see that. I told him to now use his awesome YouTube powers to serve the dark side, because that makes complete sense.
If they're going to, for Christmas, finally give Jotun his time in the spotlight and, make him really strong.
Well, Jotun's a berserker. So, what was our last really good berserker? Hell?
Yeah. Hell. But, Jotun, he comes out year after year after year, and he's always awful.
This is true. Whether he's reskilled or not, which I think he's been reskilled at least once, right?
At least. I think it's 2, at least twice, actually.
Oh, B-Hulk says I need Helga, and I haven't seen her in forever. Yeah, Helga, I feel like, is in the Lightning Altar. I do think she is, just because She's one of the newer, and when I say newer, last 2 years Lightning Titans. So, I think she's in there. But, obviously, check the... there are a few players that have screenshots of all the Titans that are available in all the different altars for the tokens. So, I would refer to that. If you don't have anyone that does have access to that, you can always check out old blogs, but that is a bit of a kind of hunting for it situation, unfortunately. Reddit, Facebook might also have posts on this. So,
Colonel, I'm just stopping in to say hi.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Vintage back in the game. Yeah, no, Vintage. I'm pretty certain that the Vintage is just hanging out. Now, of course, if there's anything crazy and wild for the 5th anniversary, like a nice free gift or something, I'm sure he'll log in and collect because there's no reason not to. So,
freebies,
right?
But I'll become an active player again when they bring back balance, like before Nexus ruined everything.
Right. Now, let me just put this out there as well, besides from balance. What if they put in some new style event in that made it a bit of a challenge? Would you give that just a go, just to see how it is?
Probably check it out, but the reason I would come back is to war.
Yeah, I mean, agreed. But if they created something like a revamped version of Throne Wars, you'd be like,
Oh, yeah. I mean, if Throne Wars came back, I'd be back instantaneously.
Instantaneously. You hear that? An instant Vintage summon.
That's right.
We could summon him.
Push the button, I'm back.
Yeah, right? But, I mean, obviously, and we've mentioned it many times before about Throne Wars, that there could easily be some tweaks to even the second or third version. I forget which one, second or third. Versions that we saw the last time it actually was active in the game. That it would be nice to see like a revamped version of it. Of course, there must be a lot of people on my server playing because things were going a lot smoother, and of course my phone is plugged in, so we're on the slow grind. I don't know if this is because I'm streaming. I did this before too as well. Where it seems like the game is kind of slow and sluggish. What's up, Nitrum? Thank you for joining. Brain B says level 40 Krampus right here. The Age of the Collector. Yes, Lex. The Age of the Collector. If we want to make different time periods in the game, the Age of the Collector is here. It has been for a while. To all those that when a new Pantheon collection comes out, like for instance this upcoming Christmas one, if it comes out and you only have to maybe work on one Titan, you're doing pretty good. If you have to work on no Titans, you're an ultimate collector, and you deserve that new 4-star relic immediately. And if you fused away your Krampus, shame on you. No. I'm sure you did it for the right reasons. Make Progenitor viable, B-Hulk says. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Progenitor was looking pretty good. And I think I remember everybody saying, I was good on paper, but when you put her into practice, it really wasn't that great. So I think I remember hearing that from multiple people.
Yeah. When she originally came out, she had all the stats you wanted, except they needed to, triple the health pool. Because the resists were there, she does a little bit of damage, but just didn't have the health pool.
And that's for BMT. That's your Ice Guardian, BMT.
Yeah.
But yes, I mentioned this earlier on the stream too, Vintage. I am working, and I would have. This isn't the official Vintage. It would be labeled that way, and there'd be a lot of more pomp and circumstance when it comes down to this. Because I'm still working. So tomorrow and Wednesday, I won't be able to give the time where I can put in my minimum of 333 and a third battles to be able to obtain the 1,000 battles. So it's not going to happen this time around. I'll be just gunning for Halzir like more than half the community will be. I feel like they knew it. I feel like because I don't know if it was Austin that mentioned it on on one of my recent streams, or if it was somebody else on one of my recent streams that mentioned Halzir and how long they've been waiting. I feel like the developers heard that and were like, we should put Halzir in. That's a good idea. I swear that was what happened. Because of all times, to only be like about a week or so ago that I did that live stream where it was mentioned that Halzir is one of the Titans, Fire Titan, of a long ago that has been missing. And Pantheon, obviously, that many people are still waiting to have. Shai says Throne Wars might work now, shouldn't be near the numbers. My Arya is still at 55. Arya was sweet. If you got a perfect Arya build, she's worth a good level 60. And prestige.
That's a good point. With 1/3 the activity, say, I'll bet Throne Wars would work. The problem is, they'd have to have somebody kind of on staff, not even on call. They'd have to be kind of watching in case something happened. And then part 2 of that is, does that individual also have the skills to address the problem and get Throne Wars back up? That's the thing, right?
Well, I would imagine that one of those people at least still is I feel like a lot of people are like, there's one person in the tech team, the ones that take the hired out company that takes everybody's in-game issues. One person and them is running the game. I don't think so, to be real honest with you. A skeleton crew is still about a dozen people, at least, minimum. At least a dozen people, plus that, third-party group that takes care of the in-game stuff. So, and when I say a dozen people, we're talking about probably 4 or 5 of them are artists. They're still, more than half, if not half, are artists. Because Natural Motion is filled with artists. But then the rest of them are all probably taking care of all the different things. One is probably on social media. One is probably taking care of the calendar and events and scheduling everything out and figuring all that crap out and what's going to be in everything and how the rewards track will be. And I feel, it's somewhere around that, it's not, because when they went around, if you looked at all the different rooms and everything else, the team was made, and I also, of course, even offline talked to APOC when him and Solja and a few other people from NTG that were already over in England visited Natural Motion and actually saw a bunch of people, met Matt and Dom and Haig. They all, APOC told me, there was easily a staff of 30-some, 40-some people just working on Dawn of Titans. They have, a lot of people working there just in those offices. But again, this was all pre-COVID. So now it could be completely different because maybe more than half their staff works from home, or who knows what, or they got rid of a lot of people when it comes down to just because they can do a lot more with less, kind of thing. Who knows?
Or I'll bet they got people that are part-time Dawn of Titans, but they're actually working on Star Wars, those kind of guys.
Okay, I can see it like that, where they have to actually put up something where a day or two worth of work, but it's spread out throughout the week. So, literally, they have to put in, maybe 12 hours of Dawn of Titans, and then the rest of their shift, the rest of their 40-hour week is dedicated to Star Wars, I could see that, where they put 12 hours in, but they spread it out where it's 2 hours every day, Or, I'm sorry, like 3 hours every day. My math is
Yeah,
bad.
I mean, they have a regular schedule, right?
Yeah.
So like the event starts, it's wrong, so they have to restart it. That guy's part of his schedule is to be there when events start.
Yeah,
It'd be pretty
exactly.
easy to work out.
So that's why I say that there's still probably a staff of about a dozen people, and they are all doing different jobs because, of course, to run a game like this, we're not just talking about the guy that's working on all the stats for the Titans, and I honestly believe that it's at least two people minimum that are working on the skills, how they work, how you want things to do, everything else. There's at least two people because they're the coders. They're the ones that are actually creating the code to make things work in the game and everything else. There's at least two, maybe a few more, two and maybe a tester. And the tester spends more than half his day testing Star Wars, but has to test Dawn of Titans too. I get that. I think that's what, I get that. I'm on that train with Vintage where, certain people are some of their time has to go to Dawn of Titans, and then the rest of their time goes to the new Star Wars game.
Yeah, I kind of wish Star Wars would make them a lot of money, so maybe they could actually throw a little money at Dawn of Titans. Just to button a few things up and
Well, it seems
really
like
give
they're
it a
taking a
chance.
lot of time in release. And they're doing what, Natural Motion does best, and that is drag your feet in beta so that when it does come out, it seems like your beta's been out for multiple years. There's a warp stone. Now, what are we going to do, Dawn Titans community? Should we hold out? Should we go to and do a conquest battle quick? No, we don't. We go back in. We get more gold. Nah, I'm just doing that just so I can refresh my lands. What's going on, Dead Nixon? Thank you for joining.
I'm with you, Austin Bird. Last thing I want to play is another shooter.
Right?
Hey, Fortnite, PUBG, Call of Duty. Yay, another shooter game, right? It's just got Star Wars skins.
Yeah. When it comes down to it, I'm actually more excited about the Book of Boba Fett dropping December 29th. So, I mean, I get it. I do enjoy a good Star Wars game, but I'm not going to be jumping on board with the new Star Wars mobile game. It doesn't seem to interest me, and there'll be plenty of others that will, if it does interest you, and that's totally fine as well. There'll be plenty of other YouTubers out there that will cover the game. But will we maybe delve a little bit into when it happens? Obviously, delve a little bit into the Book of Boba Fett a little bit when it comes out. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Well, obviously give spoiler warnings. Oh, look, I got another warp stone after a warp stone, and a 3-star Coria. Not too bad. That's the luck of the Vintage. That's because he's in my Discord. Get Vintage to join your Discord. And it'll happen too. Churro's like, oh, I hope Vintage joins my next stream. Oh, my build? On my Calvarax? Sure. Nothing crazy. An expired XP potion that I need to switch out. I just got the Bishop on there. The specific Calvarax Reaver Synergy Relic, and the Staff of, which one is this? The Singularity? Maybe? I don't know. Yeah. I just had it on there because I was leveling it up, and it's not a bad relic. Obviously, when I get my Calvarax leveled up a little bit higher, I'll take a little bit more note and actually make a more elite, numero uno build. But I was just throwing on relics that I was working on at the time, just to make it easier to level them up. Turn those Bach rugs into AT-AT. Yeah, right, Chai? Well, the one thing I do have to say is the simple fact that, this Book of Boba Fett series on Disney Plus is going to be pretty much it's similar to when they released Star Wars movies in the past and Lord of the Rings movies in the past, where they release it in December, they give you a year to digest it, and then they release another one in December, they give you a year to digest it. That's what they do, and it's tried and true, to be honest, and it looks like that next year we'll see the third season of The Mandalorian, whereas the Book of Boba Fett is kind of taking its place here in December coming up. So it's going to be, it's quite, I don't know, to me, I'm happy about it. I share it with my daughter and stepson. They both enjoy it thoroughly, and of course, I enjoy it thoroughly. So I'm just happy that something that I enjoyed growing up is continuing, and I have all the faith in Filoni and Favreau. So they have proven themselves now time and again, and I think both of them have especially Filoni. He has George Lucas's best interests at heart, which is what all true fans really want. They want their universe to be kept the way it should be. It should be. And Dawn of Titans, same thing. We want to see, back to Dawn of Titans real quick. We want to see a Corthan and Almirand revival. And I know Vintage also thinks that that's a great idea as well, because it's something the game needs. It needs to see those Titans. If you're going to reskill Titans and do any kind of lore stuff with reskilled Titans, those are the Titans you should be using. Because Corthan and Almirand are where the original game came from, when it came down to the lore.
Yeah, the OG's got to be a part of the game.
And it would be cool if they incorporated them some way, somehow, here in the 50th anniversary. Now, 4-star Runa, goes in that, again, I referred to this earlier, a small category, that the side where it seems like there's only a few things, where the developers did right. Ron Gamer's Relic is one of them, which, during the, like I did mention this before, during the Vintage Challenge of 1,000 battles in the next Conquest, I will be leveling up Ron Gamer's Relic all the way up one session. We'll get all the relics in that session, level it straight to the top, all at once, because that's the way Ron would like his relic to be remembered. So we're definitely doing that. We're saving it for a special live stream. So again, bucket list stuff, But like I keep on reminding the developers, I'm hitting a lot of bucket list stuff here in my, end of my fourth into my beginning of fifth year here, coming up very shortly. I should say, 5 years in and forward. And we need new things to do. So I continue to say this. Otherwise, you can expect a lot lower soul counts. You'll expect more Everdur events. Let's just put it that way. So, Snatcher's Cage.
You see, Carl, the battle triangle does not matter on a defensive build. On a defensive build, you just try and make it as much of a pain in the neck as you can, because if you focus on something in the battle triangle in your defensive setup, somebody's just going to come in with a counter to it. So just go general pain in the neck. You want to waste time. Yeah, the battle triangle is really for the attacker.
Agreed. Because the majority of times, a lot of your defensive Titans nowadays, they have multiple layers of troops. So your first wave dies, another wave comes on, the second wave dies, the third wave comes on. That's a lot of the defensive Titans nowadays. So, that is more or less where people concentrate on focusing either on the certain type of troop, relic-wise, or possibly the Titan, depending on what you're doing. So, when it comes down to defense, typically, depending on who you're using, Majority of times, most of the spells that you're using are usually like shield. It really depends on the Titan, but sometimes, yeah, at one point, Terror was a good spell to have on defense. But yeah, it's usually shield spell for the most part for a lot of people because they just want their troops to last as long as possible, even until the next wave comes out. Because if you can make it another 10 seconds or 15 seconds onto what they were dealing with prior just by putting certain spells on, it will make a difference, and a player will take longer. That's what the ultimate goal is. Either they take longer than your attack, or they time out. If you can, that's why anytime any defensive Titans that come out that can time players out, people are like, game's broken. Game is broken. Because timing players out all over the place makes it very difficult for anyone to get anything done whatsoever. So, Ricky Butler says, I like that staff on attack, crit, AP, elemental resist. Yeah, it's not bad to actually see a defensive stat like elemental resist on with attack and crit and AP. So in all honesty, it's something I've always thought it would be a great thing to see, like a decent elemental resist on with a bunch of attack stuff, where it seemed like that was only found with health and armor, in a lot of the previous relics that we've seen in the past. You pay $100 for a Super Almoran? $100 for a Super Almoran. How super would he have to be? Are we talking like Almoran that can defend against... Well, okay, Almoran's working with what? Grenadiers? Yeah, I don't know if you'd be really defensive with them. Although Almoran should just be straight out void. I'm going to take a look at Almoran real quick. Grens and Imperials, that's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, see, he's ice. See, he was before void. That's how old this guy is. Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, I have multiple copies of everything in the game, so it's all prestige food. That's
it's ridiculous. He's ice.
Yeah, it is.
Just like Calvarax. I mean, come on.
So Almoran needs to be made void. I guess it wouldn't be retroactive because your previous copies are already ice. But yeah, he should be void. And I mean, they tried to, because of course back during these days there's, raised dead skeletons were the only thing out there. There was no horde. So, they tried to make him like void before it existed. So I'm just burning through 2-star relics from this last event. I saved them all up just so I can use them on Calvarax. But what are we at? 15, not bad. We'll take the 20 and do 2 Conquest Battles at some point here soon enough. At least minimal. Use some Portal Stone refreshes. Yeah. It's 6 minutes. I'm not waiting on that. We'll use the 50. Hope we can get a Dracor that can swing the axe in that circle and clear the field. Oh yeah, Lex, that's what you're looking for?
He wants a lawnmower.
Right. Yeah, the old I was going to say Urkon, but no, it's, gosh, he was my main man, the Black Knight, Ulrich. Ulrich was super sick. And you could tell in my voice when I was playing with him how much I enjoyed the game. It was quite the time. Vintage, my Imperials have better stats than Hordes on Reaver. Does that make a stronger defense, or should I use Horde? GC Carl wants to know.
I mean, it depends on the resist, elemental resist, range resist, I mean, just having the defensive conversation. That's why I used to make 30-minute videos, is because, man, there's a lot that goes into a defense.
This is true.
And I'm not going to bore Zalon's audience with a dissertation on defense right now.
It's okay. What I do want to know, or a quick segue, what I do want to know is, what did you have for Thanksgiving, Vintage, at Ranch Vintage?
Oh, turkey.
What kind of turkey?
Just turkey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, pretty traditional.
Very traditional. Okay. No, like, bison on the table. Nothing.
Nah.
Nothing wild and crazy. Vintages, I was. You have it like a long lost brother that comes in like Crocodile Dundee. I got some gator. Nothing like that.
No, pretty straightforward.
Nice. Ricky Butler says, thoughts, how do you make him like hell? Make who like hell? Yeah, Vintage defense is broken. Yeah, we know that as well, yeah. Yeah, I just got double Titan there. Not bad. Yeah, pretty much, if I forge enough stuff away, I can pretty much still have close to 100 spots in my relic inventory. I've still been able to keep that pretty good. But with Titans, we are super tight. That's what I want for Christmas, is more Titan storage. More Titan storage. More Titan storage. I did listen to a lot of Christmas songs with Princess Z when we were going to and from my parents' house for Thanksgiving. So I did hear all I want for Christmas. Oh, Almorand. Okay. So how would you make Almorand more like hell? Well, you could get rid of the Imperials completely. You can get rid of the Grenadiers, and you can make Almorand more of a raised dead Horde Titan. You can do that. Where he's got a bunch of raised dead skeletons that you can throw down all over the place, take in a bunch of Horde, and crush face with that. Also make Almorand super awesome of a Titan, so that you don't have to worry about Almorand actually like not doing anything in the actual game. It would be neat if he had some sort of cool special abilities, though, also, because he's Almorand.
Yeah, I've always thought Almorand should have, like, his own special spell. Because he was, like, the Void.
Yeah, right? So, like, for instance, it'd be neat if he had, like, he was mostly a melee, because, as you can see, he's always going in with his mace. But, like, every 10 seconds, Almorand casts blank. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So where he stops, even if he's in melee combat, he does, like, a special swing that knocks all of his opponents back, at least a little bit, so that he instantly casts a special spell that either... It'd be cool if it was, like, thinking of, like, something I've seen in movies, but where it starts right where he is, where if he, like, puts his mace up in the air, kind of super badass, and it just pulsates out from where he is and it's like almost like a clear, you can see through it, like translucent kind of field that just blasts out and just does damage for a radius. It'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd call it like death and decay or something, where it radiates out.
Yeah.
And maybe for 10 seconds after death and decay, those troops take like triple or quadruple damage or something like that.
Yeah. It'd be pretty cool.
Like it turns the tide of battle, right?
Yeah. And like I said, even if he's in melee combat, he's able to stop, his combat to boom, just slam that out real quick, and it's every 10 seconds or something like that. It obviously functional so that it doesn't, again, here's the air quotes, break the game, So. What's up, Lawrence Wicks? GC Carl says, all resist is maxed on both Horde and Imperials, but Imperials have more damage, health, AP, and crit, but was told to use Horde from a fellow player. Ricky Butler says that would be cool. Right? Just spit. We're just spitballing here. So, I don't know. I think Almiran could be made super cool in the game, and it would be cool to see. We have a 5th anniversary coming up. The Dawn of Titans community, the ones, not saying newer players don't matter. All players in the Dawn of Titans community matters. But players that have been around the game for a very long time and have put a lot of time, effort, and also possibly financials into the game, we would like to see Almiran come back and do super cool things. Because when we all started playing this game, I don't care if you started playing 5 years ago, or you're Pharaonic and you played 7 years ago, we all saw Almiran and Korthan, battling it out in the very beginning. That's what this game was at least initially started on. Ooh, B-Hulk. He needs to be able to bring back dead, regular, as corrupted versions of that troop. Ooh. Okay, so B-Hulk. We're going to expand on what we've mentioned already. So that spell, when it blasts out and does damage to everybody, it also raises up 2 units or something like that. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool, especially if your Titan was in a little bit of trouble and needed a little bit more of a meat shield around him. That'd be pretty cool. Raise up the dead right around you. Or close by. Within your aura. Yeah, again, air quotes. I love this game. Give him a Phoenix function where Almiran can come back to life, but only by a percentage. Interesting. B-Hulk. You're pulling stuff from other games. I like it. Because when you have a game that you already enjoy, you will always find things in other games that were interesting ideas and were things that were a lot of fun. And to be able to use those ideas in a game that, you haven't seen it done yet, but know that it could be possible, it'd be pretty neat. Raised dead in like Game of Thrones. Yeah, we could go that way, Maxime. So. But I hope everybody gets as many battles in that you possibly can. Any save Portal Stone relics that you got from the most recent event, make sure you use them during Conquest. You get your triple battle drops. It makes a huge difference if you do an extra 30, 50, 100 battles. 200 battles, 300 battles. Because you're getting 3 drops every time. So please don't miss out if you have it and you have the time. It makes a huge difference to your account. So that's how to look at it from a standpoint of someone that enjoys investing time in the game when the rewards are better than normal. Getting 1 and 2 star relics. When it comes down to the for doing the Conquest Battles, yeah, majority of times they are 1 and 2s. That's why I say that's why it throws people quite for a loop when they pull a 3 or a 4, because it makes a huge difference on how much more points you're able to accumulate during your Conquest Battles. Ricky Belly says, the big problem with the Dragon Slayer's Archmage was once the Titan dies, then it's easy. I've noticed that some of the newer Titans, it seems like they're a lot stronger, so that they don't go down so easily. Ricky Butler, you've come up with some pretty good ideas during this live stream. Thank you for your participation. Just saying. And a lot of times, and I don't want to take any credit more than just for the simple fact that I press play or record or whatever here to start the live stream. But there has been many things over the years that have been mentioned on my channel, as well as others, as well as Vintage's channel, Churro, and nameless others, because many others I might mention you might not even know because their channels have come and gone, but have been influencing the game and making it, what I say, a better place for all of us to enjoy a game that we thoroughly like. Thought I was going to say enjoy again, right? Whatever. I'm not doing this for BP. I'm just doing this to crush as many battles as quickly as possible. The VP will come. So at this point in the live stream, I will discuss a few other things that have been going on. One, there's been a few other shows that I've actually watched recently that have been extremely good, and I was very surprised because, of course, I do take the top 10 list in my country of the U.S., I always peruse them, periodically seeing what the trends are and everything else, but majority of the stuff up there I'm usually not interested in. I checked out a show called Cowboy Bebop recently, and I thought it was really good, actually. Now, it is based off of an old cartoon show, which is also, this is a Netflix show. I do want to mention that, here in the U.S., and I did notice that there was a cartoon called, Cowboy Bebop before as well from the 90s. So, and that's what it's based off of. It was pretty good. I didn't watch the entire thing yet. I've actually more than halfway through, but it is a show and has multiple episodes. It's really good and well made. I don't want to say surprised, but happily surprised to find out that it was a really good show. Just mentioning that. Oh, and I also found out I just got a Fire TV stick for my TV, and it looks like I might, just maybe, able to subscribe to Apple TV without having to have an Apple device. We'll see, DOT community, all you Apple fans out there. Because I just saw a preview for a new Tom Hanks, I think it's a movie, a new Tom Hanks movie that's all about, robots and, the future. I'm like, oh, gosh darn it, it's on Apple TV. Seems like anything Tom Hanks nowadays is on Apple TV. I'm like, have to find a way to watch it. So, I'll tell you. First world problems. Big problem with Lewis says, did Nixon lots of castle hitters in your little team? Yeah. Ricky Butler says, happy to listen and comment. Now, well, I appreciate it, Ricky. There's a warp stone. Let's see if we can double up or triple up here real quick. Actually, believe it or not, now, not trying to brag or anything, but my first battle of Conquest was a double warp stone drop for my first battle. So I was like, is that a sign that this is going to be a good Conquest? So I said, no matter what, I better live stream tonight. It will only bring me good luck. And if you're watching the live stream and you smash like, you will also be granted good luck in Conquest. You'll only pull 3 and 4 star event relics. No, just joking. It's not what's going to happen. I don't want to convince everybody if that's, but smashing like does improve your chances.
Subscribing gets you 4-star Titan drops when you're doing Conquest.
Right. I would say that if I was Darshigon, just because getting him over 1,000 was a major milestone. So, I would like to get over, personally myself, it's still a personal goal of mine, ever since I started my channel, actually, was 5,000. And I don't know if I've obviously mentioned it a few times before, but about the getting close. Oh, there's another warp stone again. Interesting. That was back to back. That I was hoping that to see here in the 5th year of play that if I could hit 5,000. So, being the fact that I will be having a lot more time to do a lot more live streams here coming up, I will hope to see that, which would be great. And obviously, I'm not expecting thousands of people to be subscribing to me. It's literally like 300, and in Dawn of Titans terms, that's obtainable in 4 to 6 months. So we're gonna do our best, and over this winter, we'll see what we can do. Also, too, it does depend on the developers if they can help out and drop Titans into the SPP account a little bit sooner in the week. We can do a little bit more, and maybe iron out some of those problems so that you don't have to deal with them after the fact. Bloody Gaming asks, what is the best attacker in the game right now? It would most likely be, some players would say their Nexus is the best attacker they have. Some would say Calvrex is the best attacker that they have. Some would say Calvrex is the only attacker, and anybody else who says anything is a crazy person. When it comes down to it, there's a few good attackers for different defenses. So some players, depending on their relics, will say they'll use a certain attacker to take down a particular defense, but then use another attacker for everything else. So, for the most part, it seems that Nexus and Calvrex are used for most attacks, but some players, pending their relics, may use a different Titan to take down a different defender. So, but Nexus and Calvrex are used more often than not. Do you get better drops in higher leagues? Yes, you do, Ricky Butler. I only say that because in Legend League, you will notice people want to do Conquest in Legend League. Was something that Sage and Val were very adamant about. And that's because, as you can see here, I got a 3-star Sardu, a 2-star Malix, and a 2-star Whetstone. On a scale of 1 to 10, that's probably like a 6.5. Maybe a 7, just because I got 3-star, 2-star Titan. But there is, most of the time in regular battle, you don't get 3 drops to begin with. Usually you get 2 or 1 is the most common in a regular battle. Things that happen the least is no battle drops whatsoever, or 3 battle drops. They're the more least common. So typically people are used to getting at least 1 or 2 rewards every battle. Now, how good are those rewards? Well, as you can see in Conquest when you're battling, the rewards you get, there's always typically 1 really good one and 2, mediocre to not, the greatest, like a 2-star, 1-star situation or something like that. So most of the time, everybody's used to seeing, the other 2, and rarely seeing that really good reward out of the 3. Now, sometimes there are those flukes where you get in like 2 3-stars, I don't know if I've ever even seen really 3 3-stars before, but it's possible. I'm sure it is. Bloody Gaming, yep, thanks. Churro says, good evening, DOT community. Hazelon, thanks for the stream. Yeah, no problem, Churro. It's always good to know that somebody else is out there live streaming as well. It's not just you, Churro. Churro does an amazing job. I'm really happy that Churro is taking such a liking to live streaming. It is a great experience to be able to connect with a community as awesome as the Dawn Titans community over live streaming a game such as this. How many battles is Vintage doing now then, just for a 4-star? I'm not exactly sure what the question is, Ricky Butler. How many battles is Vintage doing now then?
There's a couple things I want to throw out for Ricky Butler. He was asking about the better battle drops. So,
okay.
The higher the league, if you're not doing cat pong, for instance, you also get more Titan XP for every single battle. And then when it comes to the battle drops themselves, you don't want to hit the baby lands, because those drops are going to be trash. You're going to get troops and spells and crap. You want to hit, I think it's level 18 and higher lands. That guarantees you the best drop pool.
There you go.
Now, how many battles for a 4-star? So I'm guessing, are you talking about leveling a 4-star or getting a 4-star battle drop? I'll ask that.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, because when I was mentioning my battle drops, that 4 stars rarely drop. But like I said, typically out of the 3 drops that you get, there's like a 3-star or 4-star, 3-star or 4-star relic, or sometimes a 3-star Titan. But it seems like there's that one of the 3 relics that's usually going to be like that. I do also enjoy the fact that we mentioned this years ago, and Vintage will back me up on this, years ago, about having more than one Titan on the battlefield. And we were told that that's not possible. As we watch Calvarax and Reaver walk across the battlefield. What's up, Wrecking Nomad?
1-star's the level of 4-star. I don't know. It's going to be probably 200 or 300. It's just a wild guess.
Yeah, 1-stars don't make that much of a jump, especially in the latter levels of like 8, 9, and 10.
Yeah, it might even be 400. I don't know. I've never intentionally tried to level a 4-star with 1s.
Well, yeah, and the great thing about Conquest is you don't get 1-star drops.
Yeah, you don't even get 1-stars. So
yeah, again, one of those few things on that column of things the developer's done right. over the years is getting rid of 1-star drops from Conquest.
Yeah, and something Zalan's going to show off in the next Conquest. He'll do 1,000 battles. He's going to level 6 or 7 4-star relics. I'm talking from 1 to 10.
And it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. So like I said, still have a few things to accomplish, and that specifically is one of them. To be able to do that. Probably show up in the top 50 of a solo event, but okay, what has happened to solo events? Has anyone else noticed that we don't have any solo events anymore, really? I don't know.
Because they're selling divine gems.
Yeah. There's no relic of solo events. There's no anything, it seems like. It's weird. Because I have a whole bunch of, like, and I know a lot of longtime players as well might be in the same boat, that you have, half-used event relics. It's literally the last one that you had for the event, and you cross the threshold, and you're like, I'm not using any more of this relic. If I'm going to do anything more, it's just going to be straight battling. So, I have probably like 5 or 6 different event relics that I just don't. I still have uses on them, and I'm not going to get rid of them unless they give us a solo event that I can use them in. So it's been a while. That's how I know it's been a while, is because I have so many. So, yeah. I know it's way too late in the stream to ask for that, but what happened to the solo events, huh? That's maxed out. Alright, well, I just came back here just to get rid of my gold. And to open that and grab that VP. There we go. That 1400. I was on 4. I think I still am on 4. Yeah. But I got 19. So either I get one more warp stone or 15 minutes goes by. One or the other. Then we'll do 2 conquest battles. And then we'll probably wrap up the stream. Because this is still a work night.
Yeah, speaking of that, I got to roll.
That's cool.
All right, Zlon, have a good evening to the chat.
Yep.
Cheers. We'll probably see you, I don't know, around.
Yeah. Pending on, we'll see what happens for this week's event and everything else. Well, we might have a live stream, or we'll figure something out. We'll see what happens.
See you guys.
See you later. And then it was me in the chat. Hello, chat. Hello, Zalan. We're the chat. All right, so now I see why you do so many battles. Thank you, gentlemen, for answering my questions, and an excellent night to you. Oh, thank you, Ricky Butler. You have a good one. Make sure, before you leave, anybody, this is for anybody, before you leave, make sure you smash a like on the way out. It always helps. It does. It really does. All right, so let's see. And you're welcome, Churro, for your positive feedback. Dead air. All right, so I want to know, stupid guys in the trees. I want to know if anyone here is going to complete this conquest. Has anyone here already completed the conquest? I should ask that. Just outright. Because that would be quite amazing for day one. I don't think that's something that many players were probably thinking, but it'd be crazy if it was. But if you're on your way and you're trying to complete this whole thing, more power to you. Because I will be with you on the next one. But I will get as many battles in as possible to benefit as best I can, obviously. I'm going to try to complete it. I'm on Plinth 5 and need Tengu for the Pantheon. Ah, you need Tengu for the Pantheon. Ah. Well. Wish you luck on your journey to grabbing Tengu. Might end up getting 2, actually. Save yourself, Reaver. I am happy that they made Reaver a viable Titan in the game, though. Like Kronos becoming a viable defender back in the game again. Reaver really didn't make as big of a splash when he first came out, and making him into something that everyone is now having such a hard time with. I thought that was a good move, in my opinion. I think he's the only one for that collection. Oh, okay. I'm definitely going to complete it. Need to stock up on Fire Prestige food. Plus, I'm looking forward to that 3-star Fire Ruby. I know, I said it earlier, sure. I was like, ooh, 3-star Fire Ruby. Nothing like something that's, 4 years and 11 months old. I got the 4-star and 3-star Fire Ruby, or probably just the 3-star version of the Fire Ruby, back in the first major event in Dawn of Titans after global launch, which was that December of 2016. Storytime Dawn of Titans community. Sit down around the fireplace. Actually, I gotta go check on that actually here in a second. But yeah, that what was it? The Calcor event. Oh, Calcor and Dracor. But I only got Calcor out of it. That's right. Hashtag Fire Ruby, hashtag Flower Cloak. Go Dan knows all about that Fire Cloak. I doubt I could do it in one day. I'm too busy with Cat PP. Ah, Cat PP links. Get that Cat PP. That is the way to make it super free. Getting all those Titans. I wonder if I can fill my treasury up with just Titans. Who here has filled up their treasury with just Titans? I got 23 people watching, so hands up if you've ever filled your treasury with just Titans. I think that'd be pretty impressive. It's typically relics drop more than Titans do, but 65. Oh, we got quite a lot. Korea. Oh, we hit our relics too as well, so now we got relics mixed in with the Titans. There's that Everdur. And that easily if you got 4750 in the last event, you got that Kamathi too as well. I did. I went to 4750 and got that Kamathi. What's up, Slick? Thank you for joining. Always appreciate when you are on. Thank you for being here. Just giving Calrex a workout. We're gonna check to see. I don't think I got the 20 stones. I don't think I got one since I checked last time. Yeah. There's that warp stone that I was talking about. Now, of course, I'm still going to do another battle because you got to practice what you preach. You could be getting another one, you know, or two, or a triple. Now, of course, I don't have any portal stones, so of course. Did I forge a 5-star into my Stormbringer? I gotta check again. Oh, above below, really? Is that what happens? No, because I don't want to use. I'm just gonna buy the portal stones. Yeah, Bubbalo, come on now. Can't be letting that kind of stuff happen. Getting distracted by Zalon streams. On Monday night. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. I do appreciate everybody joining in the chat, in Discord, and also Sarius. I do appreciate your donation tonight. If I get a warp stone on this one, we'll keep rolling with the battles. But if not, we're gonna do a couple conquest battles, and we will wrap it up. Nope. All right. Conquest it is. So we should have 20, which is going to be 2, which might even push us 37. Let's see how many points we get. If we can get 4 completed, it'd be nice. And then we'll just do a third battle and get into 5. But we'll see. What's up, Churro? Thank you for joining.
Yeah, dude, no problem. What's going on, man?
Churro's like, Man, I've never seen Aslan stream with nobody on Discord before. What's going on?
I know, right?
It's a Monday.
Yes,
It's a Monday, and I didn't really tell anybody I was live streaming until 5 minutes before I went live. So
I saw that.
it's all right
That's
though.
cool, dude. Yeah, dude. All good.
Yeah,
Start the week off match with the what is it, Monday night Conquest stream. That was good.
of course. Plus, also, you know, I like to check in with everybody because, of course, trying not to soldier everybody. You know, trying not to, because I don't want people thinking, "Oh, Salon goes and comes, barely plays the game anymore. We know that's you, Salon." It's like, no, I play the game every day. Look at my calendar. You know, like, it's not just... But see, my Alliance members know that. They can see. They can see that they can see that because I had off Thursday and Friday from work, that I put in 4750 in this last event with ease, spending nothing in gems, only gaining gems. I got paid to do this last event, essentially.
Yeah, look at you.
Yeah. So I was like, well, it was only because, again, like I said, Thursday and Friday, I was able to just put in as much time as I wanted to. Like, you know.
Right.
As it should be.
Exactly. Did you spend time with Princess V for the?
Of course. I was up on.
Nice.
Yeah, I was up on Wednesday all the way up until, or up on Thursday morning, I should say, until last night. So.
Nice. Very cool.
Spending a lot of time with her. So, all right, that's where
I
like it to be. Are you good, AB? All right, good. Oh, gosh, above below, trying to give us heart attacks. Fusing away 5-star relics.
Dang.
What's going on, Max Power? Thank you for joining. Still playing. Still having a good time. But that's only because I haven't achieved all the goals I wanted to in the game yet. Like, I keep on continuing to repeat because certain things I've always wanted to do in a mobile game, you know, and certain things like that would be, you know, maxing everything, completing everything. A Jarn? Wow. It's kind of a rare drop. All right, so yeah, we are going to complete 4, which is good. And what we'll do is we will do one more Conquest battle after this one and push into 5. That's what many people will say, Max. Miss you guys, but not the game. Another reason why I stretched my gaming experience out to the max and did exactly what I did, which was become more of a collector than a person on the cusp of the meta all the time. Because if you're a person that chases meta all the time in this game, you will straight burn yourself. You'll burn yourself out so quick that it typically, most people can't continue a straight on the tip meta grind for multiple years. After your second or possibly third year in a row, typically you don't want to do it anymore. So a lot of players over their stint have played a couple different play styles, which of course mixes it up based on what's going on, of course, in your life, what you have time for, everything else. So there's one.
Yeah, man, that meta chase is pretty nuts.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and if you can't do it consistently, you know, you'll enjoy it for a while or off and on, you know, but it's not going to be a thing that you can keep going forever. Oh, what's going on? What's going on, One Winged Angel Sethroth? Thank you for joining. Another player that has played the game in the past but enjoys the community. to the fullest, which is the way it is. Because I'll tell you what, there's a lot of amazing people here. Because you can't play a game like Dawn of Titans and not be, amazing. Because you obviously chose a game that has amazing graphics. It out there right now for strategy mobile games with large armies and having control over them and being able to do what you're able to do in this game. Nothing seems to come close in strategy. So, and look, some stuff looks really, really nice and everything else, but, you don't have a lot of control. You can't just send troops wherever you want on the map. They have to go certain predetermined path routes. It's like, So, many players ask that. Many players ask that all the time if there's another different, strategy mobile game out there that better than Dawn of Titans or similar to Dawn of Titans. I'll be honest with you. I have yet to find anything. If I did find anything, I would let you know. So, Headbanger, thank you very much. I appreciate that very much. Pushing the channel to bigger and better things. Alright, so we're going to collect our Plinth 4 rewards. And they're going to be, there's Kazut. Durat. Classic Fire Titans. Alright, so we'll do...
Missing that Tsar dude.
Yeah, that's right. Gotta get that Sardu as well. No, I didn't see Dune yet. No, Setharoth. I don't know if I'm gonna have time. Soon. Headbanger says, I need Halzir. Yes, this was discussed earlier on the stream. I'll tell you, Headbanger, I have not seen so much chatter about Halzir. Oh, Halzir's in this event. Oh, I'm going to Halzir. Oh, gotta do this for Halzir. It's been quite discussed.
Yes, yeah, because you never know when the next event will be with this guy.
Yeah,
it's been quite some time.
Well, some people have said it's been multiple years of playing the game, and they couldn't get a Halzir.
I remember when he first came out, he was purely like. This is even before X skills, or maybe it was with X skills, but I remember it was purely Grenadier skill focused. I think it was like damage piercing, and then crit 3, and it was just bombs everywhere with the Grenadiers at the time, But yeah, man, and then they did the whole like Imperials as meat shields, and that wasn't very good.
No.
Oh well. If anybody out there has the all Grand Halzir, you are one OG player.
Right? Yeah, because this is when skills were still randomized. So. One-Winged Angel Setharoth. Besides the Dune point, of course, I do hope to see it very soon, and we can discuss. But I did mention it earlier on the stream. We will be discussing new Book of Boba Fett on the channel when it does come out, so you need to stop back. We're talking December 29th and going forward. So if you are interested, which I think you're a cool person, One-Winged Angel Setharoth, so I'm sure you're into that. So make sure you stop by. We will be discussing. As well as other awesome, amazing shows as well. Oh, really? It's pretty amazing. I'll get him then just a Kosi for a full Titan haul. Ah, just a Kosi. Interesting. Mostly known as the Kinky German song. There's a meme of the Sadukar invasion in the new Dune with the song remix, and it ended up 85% the same as the techno song from Super Troopers. That's crazy. My house here has all Garen skills. Really, Wrecking Nomad? The one that you maxed out, huh? I should have burned the forest down.
Dude, that's crazy. Yeah, so that was right before the reskill with the whole, like, Imperials combo. That's cool, dude.
See? As soon as you open the forest up, they can get back in. For this map, it's better to do lightning troops. Well, I mean, Titan that uses, like Zeus. The new Zeus would be a good Titan for this map. Because using your maidens is way more effective than any kind of Titan that uses squad-based troops. So your Imperials, your Horde, your militia, anything that's not a single troop, like Panthers or Maidens or Goliaths. There we go. We're ranked 6257. And I'll do a few more battles because Headbanger donated. And his donation's still running there at the top. So we'll do it. I got 9 stones. We can do 3 more battles for Headbanger. Thank you again for donating on the channel. For those of you that don't know, I'm a shill and will play for money. But it sometimes does work. D will come on and be like, Salon can be bought. And I'm like, D, gotta tell everybody my secret.
It's like refilling a gift card,
Oh, yeah. It's okay, Headbanger. I mentioned earlier that no apologies are necessary. Even to the ones that messaged me on after the fact on in the video comments that say, "I'm sorry, Salon, I wasn't able to make it live." I think to myself, like, wow, this is like a personal, like, as if they didn't make a dinner date. You know what I mean? Like, it's very serious that they didn't make it to my live stream, and I find that to be very flattering. That you are that. You're that bent out of shape because you weren't able to make it to one of my live streams. Oh, I got a double. I thought I was going to get a triple real quick. It's like, well, live stream luck, huh? Isn't there only 4 Titans that matter at any given time? Is Halzir one of them, or is he just for fun when you find specific opponents? No, the reason why everybody's making them for completionists, ones that want to complete all Pantheon collections, one of the Titans that has not been released in any event and or is not in the altar for Fire 4-star Titans. Now they have the separated altars for that. Halzir's not in that. He is a Pantheon relic Titan, but for an old collection, obviously. But the thing is, it's just one of those things where if you have all the other collections completed, and you have just Halzir holding you back from completing that last collection, I know a lot of players have been chomping at the bit to be able to have an opportunity for a guaranteed one, So... How are dragons doing? They still mush up legends. Max power, there is probably about... Let's see. Dragon still exists, yes. There's 1, 2, 3... There's 3 NTG alliances with a few extra outliers. So you got NTG War, NTG Legends, NTG Dragons, and then Knights is still with a bunch of, more or less inactives or semi-actives. Backwards and forwards with dragons. Can't decide on legends or masters. Ed Beggar says. That's funny. Everyone here, 24 people watching, and we're only doing a few more battles, but we'll do a few more just for this person. Everyone can thank him for showing up.
Yeah.
And that is Mr. 1000. Mr. 1000 subscribers, Darshigong, has arrived.
Yeah, dude. I didn't need a soldier bump,
Yeah. Oh, you could tell. You could tell. You could definitely. Churro knows because he knows that they definitely got a soldier bump. There's no way that because an SPP video was released on Chance's, previously known as Chance and House's channel, now Chance's channel. That Soldier would come on and post an SPP video and boost their subscriber count to way higher levels than normal. There's no way. There's no way.
Oh, man. How was your Thanksgiving, man? Good?
It was good. It was very good.
Good. Glad to hear, man. Glad to hear. Yeah, no, I'm stoked, dude. I hit 1,000. I mean, it's a big milestone for sure. Now I got to start looking into some other stuff, but I definitely want to add some things. I still haven't made my first community post. I think I can do that. I've been so busy with work since work started today, man, coming back from...
Is your first community post going to be, look who's at 1,000 subscribers, I can now do this?
I know, it'll be something like that probably, yeah. Something cheesy.
Yeah, something original Darshigong, yes.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, so how far are you in Conquest? I'm sorry, I don't have
it's
YouTube.
Okay, it's okay. I just completed 4. I'm into 5 now.
Oh, nice. Very cool, man. Very cool.
Getting a lot of Titan drops.
Nice. That's good, dude. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to have to get in there and do some stuff, I guess. I really don't have much to level right now, but we'll see.
I got Calvrex and Reaver to level, both of them. So.
Yes. Oh, no.
Well, see, I didn't want to put the old versions in because they weren't maxing. The old versions weren't at their current level at the time when I was testing it. They weren't maxing the Titans out. And I'm like, well, if I'm going to take my current Calvrex and put a level 59 Calvrex in, I want to max this Calvrex. You know what I mean? And it was putting me at like 58 or 59, something like that. And I was like, well, I'll just wait for the next fusion event. So.
Do we have fusion? Is it up and running right now or no?
No.
Just Conquest.
Whenever it happens. Now, I mentioned this earlier on the stream as well, and that was, I want to know when the next, if they're going to do, because the last fusion event, I feel like they did a Portal Surge event along with the last Conquest. Is that true?
I'm trying to remember because I remember Portal Surge wasn't too long ago. I'm trying to remember right now myself, actually. I mean, yeah, it was a few weeks ago. I think it was during one of the, I don't know if it was Conquest, but it was during Fusion, I think. It was like a bunch of stuff all happened.
I just feel like, well, yeah, you're right, because there are times where on a Monday it seems like everything's happening at once, But yeah, I kind of feel like it was, because I could have sworn the last time that it happened, it was a Titan Feast with XP with it. Oh,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was the Titan Feast or whatever it was and all that. I mean, but they did Titan Feast and Fusion. Now, Feast was like on the banner, but a lot of people were like, "Oh, is Fusion happening too?" Because like Fusion now is like a stealth fusion all the time. It seems like.
mm-hmm.
They really don't have a banner for it.
You have to pay attention to the altars, to be honest with you.
Yeah, exactly. So it kind of, it's in there. So it's like, I guess a hidden treat for people that actually want to pay attention, I guess. I don't know. But,
yeah, are we gonna? The next time it happens, are we gonna get a breaking news 30-second Darshigan video?
Dude, it's like, 30 seconds. Or like I said, I mean, if I can do like those little community posts, it's easier, obviously, right? To say, hey, this is happening, because to make a video takes time, because that's an edit. You know what? Making the video itself isn't difficult. What makes it hard, I should say, is when I've got all the kids running around, all this stuff is happening, and there's all these interruptions, and a video that should technically take me maybe a half hour to put together ends up taking like 4 hours. And that's frustrating.
Yeah,
that's what gets frustrating. Because I want to get it out in time for everybody, so it's like, oh man, the blog just dropped. I gotta get this done now if I can. And that's why I wish. Sometimes I wish I could get the blog ahead of time. And I mean, I would be totally cool. So you know what? I can put all my stuff together. I'll wait till you guys actually drop the blog, but then I can instantly put a video out. That would be freaking awesome.
Well, yeah. If they were like, oh, now that you're over 1K subscribers, Darshigan, and super ballin', you just here's your NDA. Just gotta digitally sign it and send it back to us, and then we'll hook you up with the blog like a few days ahead of time.
Yeah, well now I'm at 1,000 subscribers. I'm at 10% of their player base, dude. I'm good to go.
10%, nice.
There's more than that, I think. I hope.
Okay. I look at it like this. I look at it like there's between 30 and 40,000 active all the time. Active is actually putting up at least a battle. That's at like the 40,000. 30 is like maybe, I don't know, a dozen battles to.
Well, check this out. I was going to save this for a video, and I probably still will. I'll probably still save a video, but I can tell you in your thing here for, I don't know what, you got 20 some odd viewers right now?
22. We're winding down.
Ooh. All right, well, I was keeping track of because I only literally did one attack the whole entire weekend for this thing up until Sunday night for the event, because I wanted to see how many alliances are there actually participating, because you have to do at least one attack to get a rank, right? So I did one attack. That's 10 points, 10 souls, and all the way up until Sunday evening, I was in rank 7,300 something. So I was like, that's not good, dude. That's not either people just didn't even do it at all, or there's only about 7,000 some odd alliances, and that some of those alliances are one person. You know what I'm saying?
Oh well, yeah.
So, but check this out though. I went to 500 souls just to get that second boost token, and between 10 souls and 500 souls, right? We're only talking 500 souls. It brought me all the way up to 4,000 in the ranking. So that means 3,000 teams did less than 500 souls.
Wow.
3,000 alliances.
That's because this game. Well, you got to do it. You got to do it on a meta event though, because this event was very poor souls. If you talk to any, unless you've been keeping track of this as well, a lot of the leaders keep track of what the soul counts of the top, 1 through 50. Not all of them specifically, but literally first place and 50th place, just to see, just to gauge where top 50 was every time. And when you look at this Everdur event, it was very low. It was very low. Now, yeah, first place still went way above and beyond, which again, sometimes to me blows my mind. But if they were on an all-finisher team, that means that everybody there agreed to finish. So, sure, I guess. But I don't think, I know that NTG War got in top 100 last day, yeah. And why? Because that's when everybody does, the extra 1,000 or 1,500 souls to push their, soulmen, up to push their souls up to the minimum, so.
Yeah. Well, I can try during a meta event, I guess. I mean, I understand where you're coming from because I mean, more people will be playing. Give us a more accurate count, maybe.
Yeah.
I was just stunned. I mean, because I'm thinking like, man, 3,000 alliances, not even 500 souls. I mean, that's not asking too much. That's 35 some odd battles or so with 40 battles with a top boost Titan. With Everdor, you're freaking doing PP lands in like 5 seconds. You know what I'm saying?
I want to take this into account. 35, I would say 35% of the game is US-based players. Okay?
Yeah.
So that took a major hit over this weekend. Because people were like, well, if I'm not interested in this event, I just won't do it. So there was a lot of players that just either did their team's minimum or just took a complete skip on this event.
Yeah. No, like I said, there's definitely a lot of people that skip the event. So, I mean, that's why I was saying I understand where you're coming from doing a meta to check a little more closely. It was just, still shocking to see that. It's like, oh my God, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if your minimum wasn't even 500 for your alliance, what the heck, dude? If I was running my own alliance, because I go back and forth thinking, I should start my own little grinders alliance for free to play or something like that, and say, but the minimum is always going to be at least 500, so you get 2 tokens to go towards an event you really want.
Oh yeah, yeah. You have to make it so every time. Well, then also too that also guarantees your rank reward is going to be something half decent as well. So
yeah, we aiming for like the 2,000, 1,000 to 2,000 gems a week. That'd be nice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, yeah, because you want a nice grinder reward for everybody. Because if you're going to create a grinders alliance, actually, I think that's a sweet idea. To be real honest with you, but yeah, if you can make sure that this is current position, but if you could make sure to even instill in your own players that they should be in the top 20,000 and always get 1,000 gems out of Conquest, you don't have to be in the top 10,000. But as long as all your players are within the top 20,000 players in the game, they'll always get 1,000 gems back in Conquest. If you can instill that in your players as well, that's also a great thing to keep your mind, because obviously when you're trying to figure out exactly how many gems you have, how many gems are you going to accrue in this event, how many you can put in to know that you're going to get them back eventually, situation.
Exactly.
Because I was mentioning that earlier as well, Darshigon, is for Conquest, you can actually get paid, but you don't get paid sometimes until later in the event. And you have to pony up the gems in the meantime until you get paid back, Yeah.
Yeah, no, Conquest, like I said, is a good one. So is Assault is an easy free-to-play one, you know what I'm saying, if you do it right. And you're lucky with your pools on the boost, the salt cores, or whatever they're called.
I was
like that.
Mentioning that earlier as well. Some players in Conquest will all of a sudden get a huge speed boost by pulling a rando 3-star or 4-star event relic. Doesn't happen often.
Exactly.
Doesn't happen often.
Yeah.
But when it does, all of a sudden you notice, holy crap! I just blasted through that, plinth 7 real fast, or plinth 9. Real quick, because I had a 4-star relic. It's like, yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Definitely helps.
Yeah.
Definitely helps. I was just now thinking, if we did a Grinders Alliance, let's say we did a Grinders Alliance, you'd almost have to almost have 2 teams. Because what would make it perfect is if you have 2 alliances in the same league, then you guys just both set your lands.
Well, yeah, okay, well, you're incorporating something that NTG has instilled in their alliances, and that is, we always try to have 2 alliances on a Legend server at a time so that we can bounce off each other and not rely on other teams at all. And it's
because you get that consistent stream of PP lands, and you're just going back and forth. Like I said, the Grinders Alliance wouldn't be going for VP. We're going literally just to finish events.
Now, actually, in the Grinders Alliance, I almost feel like if for events, yes, 500 souls. But I almost feel like you should have a battle minimum in a Grinders Alliance, because if you're not grinding, how are you?
Grinding alliance, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're grinding out something.
It's not you could actually probably care less about the VP. In all honesty, I mean, obviously, it's helpful to be a little higher to get more gems and get better rewards on the week to week. But we all know the best rewards are saving up and going in on an event that you're really interested in. as a grinder,
Yeah, and then definitely telling, trying to help people like, all right, man, we don't need this one or, for certain things, because we're not necessarily going for, it wouldn't be necessarily even the meta defenders. We're just looking for meta attackers because it helps you grind better.
Actually, here, how about this? Because I don't think this is something that's typically done, but I think it's a decent mark. And that is, I feel like your alliance should have like a 500 battle minimum weekly. So that if you're not grinding at least 500 battles, you might consider maybe moving out of the Grinders Alliance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's not something that's impossible for a grinder, because a grinder would easily tell you, oh, Zalon, Darshigong, I do 1,500 battles a week. I'm a grinder. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
they're looking at 500 like it's nothing. But I almost feel like, you obviously, it's your choice and whatever you want to do. But I almost feel like there should be some sort of battle minimum, just to make sure that you're not, because some people are going to be doing, if they're doing cap PP, they're not going to be getting ridiculous VP. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah, no, like I said, we're just doing certain things, but no, a battle minimum would make sense. It'd be like kind of like, especially like, say, make sure you're just make sure you're always having to have a portal refresh. So in order to have a portal, that you're always getting those free portal stones. So you'd have to have yourself on constant refresh. So you have to be doing attacks to always be at a constant refresh rate. Throughout the day, like log in, once every other hour or something like that. Make sure your portal stones are always below 30, so you're getting that constant refresh. These are all things you can do to be free to play.
Yeah,
and you can be gathering up resources. What you need to do,
Darshigong. I don't mean to also, I sense a series of videos based on your experience with your idea here. to say,
something you can do together, and I don't know, like I said, because that's an idea. I mean, especially now, how expensive the events are getting, especially for free to play.
Mm-hmm.
It's like before I'd be like, oh hey, we can grind out a really big event. You got a certain amount of boost tokens. But even with that, just how large the soul counts are getting, the time that it takes to grind out, that's where it hurts you. So it's more like, all right, guys, we need to get more boost tokens. We need to have more things in place to keep the time manageable. Otherwise, yeah, you can grind out, but grinding out 2,000 or 2,500 battles in a weekend, I mean, you have no life then, dude. That's all you're doing is grinding.
This is true. Real quick, Darshigong. You've mentioned that you've wanted to live stream in the past. I just a thought, just an idea that popped in my head, is that if you do start a Grinders Alliance and you do pick out once a month.
Whoa, you're going robo, dude.
Oh, I am. Can you hear?
Zalon's robo.
Really? Can you hear me now?
Man.
No? Yes?
Wait, there you are. Now I can hear you.
Everything's okay?
Yeah, you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, I was thinking that if you did start an alliance like this, and as a team, you and your team decide, once a month to go in, or once every 5 weeks, depending on the events, to go in on an event as a team and, shoot for a certain goal, and a lot of players are going to be completing and all that kind of stuff, and everyone's super excited and everything else, that during those events, you do one live stream during those events to show you, to really, show off the grind, because when you're leading the Grinders Alliance and your team has decided to do the event, that makes it more exciting, I think. I'd tune it. All I'm saying is I'd tune into that because that'd be super awesome.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, that's definitely something to think about. Yeah, I definitely want to do a live stream here or there. Like I said, that's going to be one of the things I'm going to work on as well. Just gotta, but I want to be consistent, so I gotta find a day that I can tell,
Well, that's why I said if you decided as a team every 4 to 5 weeks on an event to go, everybody goes in on, and you go heavy, and you go for top 100, and everybody wants to get great rewards and everything else. If that happens, that's just saying once every 4 to 5 weeks, you do one live stream. You know what I mean? And Darshigan leads the charge, to the grind.
Yeah, totally. Oh, man. Something for sure.
Thank you, everybody in chat saying, yeah. Lex says, I'd watch too, Darth. See, that's what I'm saying. That's
nice, dude. Nice.
I have to say, the one thing about the Dawn of Titans community is the fact that besides from being a content creator myself, I also just do my best to encourage others to do certain content. Like when Prometheo mentioned about doing the screen inside a screen kind of situations, which I would love to see one of those streams again and be able to participate in one of those streams. Encouraging others that have the capabilities to do so and enjoy also putting on those types of events, live streaming or doing certain things like a 24-hour live stream where everybody kind of goes one after another and stuff like that. The awesome things that we've done as a community. It's fun for me because it's almost like creating your own TV show if you want to think about it, So
yeah,
encouraging Churro to live stream it, helping Darshigan with his outro. No, always take credit. Always take credit for that, Darshigan. Anyway, but I'm just saying, anything that I can help any of the other DOT content creators with, or collaborate with, or just be in their live stream in the chat, just to be in with the community. I don't care. I enjoy all of that because to me, it's just a great time because when someone else live streams, it's like somebody is having it's like a private party at their house, but not mine. Because right now, I'm putting on the show. You're all listening to what I'm doing and reading chat-wise and everything else. So, or who's on Discord, So, when someone else does a live stream and has Discord running and everything else, I find it to be just as awesome as it was day one. So, of course, to all you that do feel the same way, that's why when I mention something like, Darshigan, you should live stream if you do something like this, it'd be so awesome. Because I'm thinking to myself, if he does all of that, I will be there. I will enjoy it just as much as all of you in chat are here enjoying this live stream right now. So, to me, this is the reason why I'm still here. This community has made this game 10 times more fun. This game itself would have lost me a long time ago if it wasn't for all of you. So, and I know a lot of you feel the exact same way.
Yeah.
Matthew Baker, hey, any rumors or gossip about the game? No news or an update, so no new Titans, etc. Was hoping someone had heard something. Devs seem to have gone AWOL lately. Yeah, Matthew Baker, if you haven't seen Darshigan's most recent video on the calendar, Darshigan, could you please post that in the chat?
Let's see if I can pull it up.
This video that Darshigan did about the most recent calendar is the best predictions we have in the game, I would have to say, on exactly what we have to look forward to. Yeah, Soldier. Thank you for being here, Soldier.
Soldier! Bam. There you go.
Now, Soldier, early on the stream, I did tell everyone in the community that I wasn't trying to soldier everybody. Just so you know, Soldier, I'm just saying. I did say it earlier. I will come clean because of course, things did come up recently, and I did not get as many streams in I'm not being as consistent as I would like to be, but that's why I'm here tonight, because Conquest is a great time. I know a lot of people are going to be playing Conquest for its awesomeness. Posting on Monday allows everyone to enjoy a live stream for a couple days during Conquest, wherever you are. And I, of course, miss you all on a regular basis, so that's why I'm here. There it is in the chat. Darshigong, Mr. 1K. I know. Now, Darshigong, when did you realize you had 1K? Was it when I posted it in my general chat on my Discord, or did you notice already?
I noticed before then. Like I said, it happened during the weekend. It was crazy because, you know, the holiday and there's just so much going on. So I was like, I saw it, and I wasn't able to do much other than just like, oh, hey, you know, thank some people on Discord mostly. And like I said, because I really want to make like a thank you video. That'll be coming out for sure.
Yeah.
It's just, like I said, this week, once I get a handle of work, like real work is like, you know, it's a 4-letter word, man, getting in the way of my streaming.
Right?
It's like, dude, what I wouldn't give to be able to do this.
Here we go, Soldier. You mean not trying to go back to school and finish your degree, which means priorities have to change? No, Soldier. I mean, hey, everybody, I'm back for the blank X amount time. Oh, man, Soldier, you're the best. But Soldier does give us the opportunity to rip on him when he does come into the streams. So I had to find a way to incorporate an opportunity. So, but I do appreciate you being here, Soldier. Soldier is one of the biggest, along with myself and Yuki. The three of us are the last three amigos with the SPP accounts that the developers do put new Titans into. Unfortunately, sometimes it's after the event has already happened. So, a lot of times, myself, when I get home from work and the event's been live for, I don't know, 6 to 8 hours, I'm not usually inclined to go on and test out a Titan. Because people have been testing it for 5 hours and 58 minutes before, when they completed the event, you know, in 10 minutes. Most people finish in like maybe a half hour to an hour, if they're gemming everything, depending on how long the event is.
Really?
Oh, I'm talking about those speed players. I'm talking about quad stacking all the way. You can quad stack and finish in like 30 minutes.
Huh.
But we're talking about, you know, ooh, there's a triple Titan drop. Look at that. For all those players that are saying they're getting more Titans than anything, there you go. There's your proof. Triple Titan drop. 2s all the way. But yeah, if you quad stack and you're doing, you know, say you're doing a solo event, 17K, you're done in 30 minutes.
Huh. That's true. Shoot. I'll try and be, I know you're probably heading out, so if you head out, but I don't get back in time, let me say good night. Thanks for all the help and all the great suggestions, man.
Yes.
You know, I gotta help the wife get us down to bed,
You
dude.
have to do it, the family thing, which of course is the most important of all. So thank you, of course, for joining Darshigong, and congratulations again for your 1K, because you deserve it. You've deserved it for a long time, and thank you very much for everything you've done for the Dawn Titans community.
Oh, no, thank you guys. Like I said, I mean, I do it for the community, man. So I appreciate all the support. Everyone's been amazing, and I hope that I can keep delivering. All right, the kids are officially driving mom crazy. I have to go, man. I'll talk to you soon. You guys,
all right,
take care.
Bye. All right, see you later, Darshigong. All right. So Churro says the same thing. He says, "Gotta run. Great stream, Z Money. Kiddo is going buck wild." Yeah, all right. So Churro's out too. Maybe Soldier will jump on. Hey, he's alone. It's your boy Soul. Yeah. If Soldier jumps on right now, we'll stream for an additional 20 minutes. But Soldier has to join on Discord. We'll give him and we'll give him enough time. We'll give him at least, he has to get on Discord in the next 2 battles. So he has 2 battles for soldiers to join Discord. And we'll keep streaming for an additional 20 minutes. 20-minute commitment, Soldier. You can do it. I can hear Soldier. Babe, they're calling my name. I gotta get on Discord. Be quiet. Oh man. Two battles, Soldier. Don't let everybody down. The peer pressure on a Monday. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, saw his excellent video. Looked like Oceanus and Hyperion to me for the next 2. Yeah, I was thinking of streaming earlier, but got cold feet. Wrecking Nomad on Conquest. I'll be real honest with you. Conquest is like gold for DOT streaming. You're guaranteed people are gonna want to watch. It's something I've just. People are going to want to watch and listen to something DOT oriented while they do Conquest. How many players are doing Conquest? I would say 80% of the Dawn of Titan player base it participates in Conquest. If not, I should say, when I say participates, 2 to 3 times the amount of battles they would normally do during the 3 days during the Conquest. 2 to 3 times more. Just because they know, so if the person would normally do 20 battles a day, 20, 40, 60, they're going to do 120 to 180 battles in those 3 days. So depending on the player and what they normally do, they are going to do 2 to 3 times more, just because. And and you should. And if you're not, the 80% that are getting the one up on you, so you better get in the game, son. Or ma'am. So to the few female player base. May need someone, Zalon. What do you mean, Wrecking Nomad? We need Necromancer Synergy Relic event before we go to Epsilon Titans. Yeah, Headbanger, that's true. This is true when in the whole rotation of things. AB says Hyperion at a 40k event, Solar Eclipse. I doubt it. I would hope not. I hope it's just for... Now, do I think that Chernobog and Belobog will be in some sort of collection at some point or another? Yes, I do. So do I encourage all to at least have a Chernobog and Belobog, even if you don't level them now? Yes. Because if a collection comes out and the 2 of them are required in that collection, and you go, Salon, I fused away my Chernobog and Belobog. And I'll say, well, I've been preaching this for a while. Because they're Divine Titans, and because they've had their own events and have been available a few times, that they are going to be something in the future when it comes down to Pantheon relics. And our Pantheon relics ruling the battlefield these days, yeah, they're doing pretty good. So, just keep that in mind. So if you don't have them, and you can get on a team that's, just so happens to be an event where top 100 gets one. Well, do what you can. If you're a leader and your team is like, you know what? Let's all make sure we get one. Try to be focused on how many souls you think that your team is all going to need to get. Based on, especially on, within the first 12 hours, you can get a little bit of a good baseline data on exactly how popular the event is. And then after the first 12 hours, you can, in the first 24 hours, determine exactly where your soul count should be minimum-wise and what your team should be putting out. Again, after a full 24-hour cycle in the game, we're dealing with all the people in all the time zones, allowing everybody a full day to play. So I know a lot of players notice that, your team, if you're here in the U.S., your team tends to, your rank reward tends to go down a whole bunch during the daytime, and when you get done work, then all of a sudden it seems like your rank reward, oh wow, we're doing way better at nighttime every night. It's like, well, yeah, it's because everybody else that was beating you earlier is all asleep and just waking up and going to work, and you're at nighttime and actually, you're off of work and actually can play the game. Oh, to jump on stream with you, Wrecking Nomad? If I was not working tomorrow, yes. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to pass on tonight. Back up to 27 people watching. Do appreciate everybody joining in. We're at 11:44 here in the PM, here in the eastern part of the U.S., So, of course, I know a lot of West Coasters are just getting relaxed in the evening time. So, that's why things pick up around now. Getting closer to midnight. It's getting closer to 9 o'clock there. They're able to put kids in bed and start to be able to play the game. And during Conquest, like I said, there's a lot more activity in the game in general. Oh, thank goodness I got 3 more stones, because hopefully I'll get 1 more warp stone. Got Calvarex up to level 50, that's good. We're going to get him up to 51, though, before I switch back over to Reaver and use the rest of my XP potions, 3-star and 4-star, to get Reaver up a lot more. We'll do food, because we're maxed on gold. Hopefully we'll get some more warp stones. What's a good day for me to stream? Wifey said I could, but not on weekends. Well, Soulja, Thursdays, man. Thursdays. I would stream every Thursday, man. The first day of the event. Just like streaming the first day of Conquest like this, from a YouTuber's perspective, there's now Conquest content on my channel for the next 2 days. So, I mean, if you stream every Thursday, giving everybody a good look into the event for the week. I used to stream every Thursday. I might even get back into that again here soon, but it's a great time to do it, and people can watch it for the entirety of the event. Yeah, but that's just me. What's going on, Eat Snow? My Calvarex isn't past 51. He will be. He will be. What's up, Leon? Thank you for joining. We're gonna be heading out, though. This is gonna be my last battle, unless I get some warp stones. If I get some warp stones, I gotta do at least a few more battles until I stop getting them, because I'm gonna practice what I preach. Let's see what we get. Boom, boom, boom. Nothing. All right, DOT community. I do appreciate everybody showing up tonight. And Headbanger and Sarius, thank you for your donations tonight, of course, because that's what keeps the channel rolling. I will be back again this week for a live stream, pending on exactly what it is, whether it's like something to do with the blog, and or if they, drop the Titans ahead of time. Or maybe it'll just be an event live stream. We'll see what happens. But still got more to do in this game. Still, look at this, level 48. Gonna be hitting 49 soon. Very soon, actually. So, within the next week. So, RTOT community, I will talk to you all again very soon. Have a good one.